Discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb. Imagine finding a hidden treasure that had been buried for thousands of years. A treasure that contained gold, jewels, and secrets from a lost civilization. A treasure that belonged to a mysterious king who ruled over an ancient empire. That's exactly what happened in 1922, when a team of explorers discovered the tomb of Tutankhamun, the boy king of ancient Egypt. In this video, we're going to tell you the story of this amazing discovery and why it changed our understanding of history. This is the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb. How did a team of explorers find this hidden treasure after thousands of years? What secrets did they uncover inside the tomb? And why did this discovery cause such a sensation around the world? So let's dive into it. Tutankhamun, or King Tut as he is popularly known, was one of the last pharaohs of the 18th dynasty, a period of great prosperity and power for ancient Egypt. He ascended to the throne at the age of 9, after the death of his father Akhenaten, who had introduced a radical form of monotheism to the land. Tutankhamun restored the traditional worship of multiple gods and tried to heal the rifts caused by his father's religious reforms. He died around the age of 18, probably from an infection or an injury. He was buried in a lavish ceremony, with thousands of objects placed in his tomb to accompany him in his journey to the afterlife. But Tutankhamun's tomb was not meant to be seen by anyone ever again. It was hidden under a massive pile of rocks and debris and covered by the remains of another tomb that was built above it. For centuries, it remained undisturbed, while other tombs in the valley were looted by grave robbers or excavated by archaeologists. Tutankhamun's name was almost forgotten, and only a few artifacts bearing his name survived in museums or private collections. But one man refused to give up on the quest to find Tutankhamun's tomb. Howard Carter, a British archaeologist who had been fascinated by ancient Egypt since he was a young boy. He had worked in Egypt for many years, mapping and documenting various sites and monuments. He believed that there was still one undiscovered tomb in the Valley of the Kings, and that it belonged to Tutankhamun. He convinced Lord Carnarvon, a wealthy English aristocrat who shared his passion for Egyptology, to sponsor his expedition. Carter began his search in 1917, but faced many challenges and disappointments. He had to deal with harsh weather conditions, bureaucratic obstacles, local unrest, and skeptical colleagues. He also had to dig through tons of rubble and sand, hoping to find a clue or a sign that would lead him to the hidden entrance of the tomb. For 5 years, he found nothing but empty pits and broken pottery. But Carter didn't lose hope. He persisted in his work, convinced that he was on the verge of a breakthrough. And on November 4th, 1922, he finally got his reward. He discovered a flight of steps that descended into the ground, with the seal bearing the name of Tutankhamun on it. He cleared the steps and reached a sealed door that blocked his way. He made a small hole in the door and peered inside with a candle. Behind the door was a dark corridor filled with rubble. Carter realized that he had found something extraordinary. He sent a telegram to Lord Carnarvon, who was in England at the time, telling him to come as soon as possible. He also secured the site and waited for his patron to arrive. 3 weeks later, on November 26th, Carter and Carnarvon were ready to open the door and enter the corridor. They cleared the rubble and reached another sealed door at the end of the corridor. This door had an inscription that read, "Death shall come on swift wings to him who disturbs the peace of the king." Carter ignored the ominous warning and made another hole in the door. He looked inside with his candle and saw a sight that took his breath away. A chamber filled with golden treasures and statues of gods and animals. He was speechless for a moment until Carnarvon asked him, "Can you see anything?" Carter replied, "Yes, wonderful things." Carter and Carnarvon had entered what is now known as the antechamber of Tutankhamun's tomb. It was a small room that contained more than 700 objects, including couches shaped like animals, chests full of jewelry and clothes, chariots and weapons, musical instruments and games, and many other items that reflected the king's life and interests. Among them was one of the most iconic symbols of ancient Egypt, a golden throne with scenes depicting Tutankhamun and his wife Ankhesenamun. But this was only the beginning. The antechamber led to 3 other rooms, an annex full of more treasures, a burial chamber with 4 gilded shrines including Tutankhamun's sarcophagus and mummy, and a treasury with even more precious objects, including a model boat, a canopic chest with the king's organs, and a stunning statue of the god Anubis. The burial chamber also had a famous wall painting showing Tutankhamun being welcomed by the goddesses Isis and Nephthys. The discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb was a sensation. It attracted worldwide attention and media coverage. It also sparked a frenzy of curiosity and fascination with ancient Egypt and its culture. People were amazed by the beauty and craftsmanship of the objects, as well as by the mystery of the young king who had been buried with them. Many also wondered if there was a curse that would affect those who had disturbed his tomb, especially after Lord Carnarvon died of an infection shortly after opening the tomb. The excavation and conservation of the tomb took more than 10 years and involved many experts and workers. Carter faced many challenges and conflicts during this process, including disputes with the Egyptian authorities over the ownership and control of the artifacts. He also had to deal with the delicate and fragile condition of many of the objects, which required careful handling and restoration. He documented his work in detail and published several books and articles about his findings. Today, Tutankhamun's tomb is one of the most visited and admired sites in Egypt. It is also one of the most intact and complete royal tombs ever found. It has provided invaluable information about the history, religion, art, and life of ancient Egypt, especially during the 18th dynasty. It has also inspired generations of scholars, artists, writers, and explorers who have been captivated by its story and its legacy. We hope you enjoyed this video on the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb. It was a remarkable event that opened a window into the past and revealed the wonders of ancient Egypt. It also inspired generations of people to learn more about this fascinating culture and its legacy. If you want to see more videos like this, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest uploads. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.